Hi guys, thanks for joining me again on another Ian's Bedtime Stories. I'm not sure about you, but I'm ready for a good story. Tonight I'm reading one of my faves. This is the Wonderland New Noise 2 weeks in Nashville interview. The Rising Group talk new single Homeward Bound and their highly anticipated debut album. Back with another indie banger is Rising Group 2 weeks in Nashville with their new single Homeward Bound. Showcasing their signature rawness with heavy guitars and punching bass lines, the group deliver a fresh hit filled with lead singer Billy LaRiff's crooning vocals. Pulling on inspiration from industry legends The Who and U2, the group are injecting a fresh sound into the indie rock scene, merging old school influences with their modern twist. With the young collective set to release their highly anticipated debut album Paper Planes and Razor Blades in the coming months, we sat down with the group and talked the album, creating their own sound, and what else they have in store for us. Hey guys, tell us about the new single.
The YouTube Homeward Bound was actually written on the last day of our first trip to Nashville, and we had the pleasure of meeting and working with Mark Hadfield. It's really for when you appreciate the more important things in life. I think the fact that we were heading back home the next day, the chords and the melodies just spoke the feeling of returning home to loved ones. We all shared the same feeling, and we were in such a buzz at the time that life really couldn't get much better.
How has 2020 been for you so far?
It has been a strange one, as it has been for everyone in the world. Everyone's been affected one way or another, and the music industry, being one of them, has suffered particularly in terms of playing live. We had what was due to be our first European tour with Bang Bang Romeo cancelled and release plans altered. Despite all, we feel very fortunate and lucky. We have all been living together, as it has given us a chance and time to take back and really assess what we're doing and plan ahead. It's been quite a productive year actually. We've been doing 20-minute live streams, shows once a month, Twin Live 20, linking up with some cool brands and venues online. We've been making our own music videos from home, releasing a few tunes and constantly writing and demoing new tracks. We're very much ready for real live shows to start again now though. There's only so much not played to people that we can take.
Mark says, tell us about the gig with the Hoosiers and how did it work with social distancing?
The Hoosiers show was pretty surreal. If you were to tell us our first live show after lockdown was going to be this year in a new location and for it being supporting a band we grew up hearing on the radio, we wouldn't believe you. It was an incredible first show back to a new crowd in a super cool venue, Madding Crowd. It was an all new experience to live music, very COVID safe with plastic shielding around each of us on stage, almost aquarium-like. It felt like a beacon of hope for the future though, and great to meet new people and make new friends of the Hoosiers, Natia and Jess Robin, who were the other acts of the night. Roll on 2021! Who do you draw inspiration from? For all of us, it's been growing up and listening to the great 60s and 70s bands, the Stones, the Who, Free, the Beatles, and in the last few years really getting into U2 and Coldplay and the way they modernise and evolve their sound. It's just about the rawness, energy and positivity they bring in their music and live shows that really inspire us. In terms of writing and lyrics, it comes from our own experiences of friends, life stories that we can put our own spin on. That's where it feels most honest and natural to us. How did you all meet and form a band? Ian and I actually met a few years ago while studying at ACM. Then I met Johnny through a producer. We were all in different bands at the time, but I wanted to start a group with like-minded guys with the same passion for life. The three of us started jamming and it just clicked. We were all into the same music and his 60s, 70s rock was what came out. It wasn't until late last year that we found Mark was looking for a guitarist online. He had only just moved to the UK from France with the aim to start a band or be a chef. After one rehearsal and a Michelin star meal, we knew he was the final piece in the puzzle. We were lucky enough to now be living together, which meant we could continue making content and keep busy during lockdown. Luckily, we all get on well too.
We heard in lockdown that you're pretty much living in the studio and recording 24/7. Tell us about that process.
We've been very fortunate that we've been living together over lockdown. We've got a little studio set up quite early into the lockdown and spent almost every day demoing new ideas and working on old ideas we'd left on the shelf too. It's been a nice process for all of us, writing together again and feeling more confident in our voicing our opinions on each other's work. When we're not recording, we're filming videos too, with Johnny on the editing world. It's been a cool little production house over the few months. Look up, Marvel!
What a way to end the evening. Well, guys, thanks for joining me. And I'll see you next time on another Ian's Bedtime Stories. Good night.